Hi, I'm Ming from Tokyo. In this video, I will share with you the top 7 new updates you should know before a trip to Japan.
As we head into 2024, there are some key updates you should know before planning your trip to Japan. First, we will look at the potential end of the weekend and how it could affect your travel budget. I will talk about the return of SUICA, the must-have transportation card, and the reasons behind its earlier suspension. I will also cover how record-breaking heat waves are leading to the cancellation of a big fireworks festival in Tokyo. Plus, I will share tips on staying safe during earthquakes and avoiding taxi scams. Don't miss out on these essential updates to make the most of your trip to Japan in 2024.
Okay then, let's go!
Number 1. End of the week Japanese yen.
The trend of yen depreciation may be finally ending.
In April 2024, the exchange rate was close to 160 yen for every US dollar. By August, the yen had strengthened to around 146 per dollar.
How will the appreciation of the yen affect you?
For example, let's say you're buying a bag that costs 10,000 Japanese yen. If the yen depreciates to 160 yen per dollar, you could purchase the bag for 60 US dollars. However, if the yen appreciates to 100 yen per US dollars, you would have to pay 100 US dollars. In other words, when you travel abroad and your country's currency is stronger than the Japanese yen, you will have an advantage when making purchase at your destination. Due to the prolonged depreciation of the yen, the number of people traveling abroad from Japan has not yet returned to normal levels since the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of our travelers are even considering bringing food from Japan to save money and reduce local expenses.
We should continue to monitor exchange rate trends closely.
Number 2. SUICA is back. As many of you know, SUICA is a transportation IC card and one of the most indispensable cards for riding trains. This card, provided by Japan Railway, also known as JR, features the trademark penguin logo and is one of the most famous IC cards in Japan. The sale of SUICA had been suspended since around July last year due to the global semiconductor shortage. Incidentally, Pasmo, which is often mentioned together with SUICA, continues to be unavailable. Additionally, sales of the unregistered SUICA, which can be issued without the need to enter personal information, have not yet resumed. By the way, many of you must be wondering, was the shortage of semiconductors really the sole reason for the suspension of sales? Number 3. What was happening behind the suspension of SUICA? As announced by JR, there was a worldwide semiconductor shortage around May last year, which affected JR. SUICA uses Japan's own communication standard, FLICA, which requires semiconductors. According to an article in the Nikkei newspaper, there's only one major manufacturer of FLICA-compatible semiconductors, and the recovery of supply has been delayed. After Japan lifted its travel restrictions in April 2023, the number of foreign tourists increased significantly. This surge happened because the yen values dropped, making travel cheaper, and more people started traveling again after the COVID-19 pandemic. The increase in inbound demand along with the semiconductor shortage probably made the SUICA supply problem worse. For JR, resuming new issuance without sufficient inventory could have led to another immediate suspension of sales. It is assumed that JR took a cautious approach to avoid the situation. However, since the semiconductor shortage had been resolved in other industries, this point remains questionable. JR had been encouraging foreign tourists to purchase Welcome SUICA while regular SUICA sales were suspended. Why was Welcome SUICA able to use the same semiconductors as regular SUICA and still supply them? This is just my personal opinion, but I believe that JR intends to increase the name recognition and branding of Welcome SUICA to promote sales of mobile Welcome SUICA, which is scheduled for release in spring 2025.
I'm pretty sure that digital SUICA will be less costly than physical IC cards. Please share your thoughts in the comment section.
Number 4. Heavy rain and thunder due to a heat wave. I'm sure many of you already noticed July through September in Japan is known as summer and is a very hot season. On July 29, record-breaking heat waves continued with a maximum temperature of 41 degrees Celsius recorded in the suburbs of Tokyo. During the summer, when temperatures rise, popular tourist destinations such as Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto often experience thunderstorms and torrential rains in the afternoons and evenings. Due to global warming, the number of thunderstorms is increasing every year, with more than 50% of the annual thunderstorms and torrential rains concentrated in July and August. For example, the Tokyo Fireworks Festival, which attracts about 700,000 people every year in July, was cancelled due to a lightning strike just before the event was scheduled to begin. This shows how lightning can negatively impact events. Therefore, in August and September, it's important to be cautious not only about the heat but also about lightning strikes and torrential rains. If the weather forecast predicts thunderstorms or torrential rains, it's advisable to return your home early in the evening or stay indoors. Number 5. Record number of foreign tourists. From January to June 2023, the number of foreign tourists visiting Japan reached a record high of 17 million in 2019. This was announced by the Japan National Tourism Organization (JNTO), first surpassing the previous record of 70 million for the same period in 2019. In particular, a record 3 million people visited Japan in the month of June alone. Tourists from Taiwan and the US also reached record highs for a single month. The rapid rise in tourist numbers is due to Japan's rich tourism attractions, the yen's depreciation, and revenge spending following the COVID-19 pandemic. However, there are concerns that the yen may continue to appreciate in the future, making it uncertain whether tourists from abroad will continue to visit Japan. I believe you should be prepared for the crowds and enjoy your stay in Japan. Number 6. Megaquake Updates. As many of you may have already heard on the news, there was a megaquake with an intensity of 6 in Miyazaki Prefecture, which is west of Tokyo and Osaka, on August 8. In Miyazaki, building collapsed and people were injured. Earlier in the new year of 2024, a massive earthquake with a magnitude over 7 struck the Noto Peninsula in Japan, causing 341 deaths. In fact, before the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, there was a foreshock of around magnitude 5 a few days before the main quake. The main earthquake then killed nearly 20,000 people and caused a devastating tsunami.
By the way, some of my viewers are worried about us, but Tokyo, where we are located, is fine. Japan is an earthquake-prone country. This video will help you learn what you need to know about earthquakes.
Number 7. Scam of taxi. Japan has seen a rapid increase in the number of foreign tourists, which has led to the emergence of a Japanese version of ride-sharing. But the cab shortage has not yet been resolved. Basically, only companies or individuals authorized by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism are allowed to operate cabs. Recently, unauthorized cab operations, or so-called Shirotaku activities, have become a problem. A 60-year-old Peruvian man was caught in Shizuoka Prefecture on July 15 and was fined 20,000 yen. In connection with this incident, a 57-year-old man of Peruvian nationality, who is also believed to be the instructor, was also arrested. The police are increasing their monitoring of white taxis and strictly enforcing laws against illegal activities. In the past, a 64-year-old Taiwanese man was arrested at Narita Airport for illegally charging foreign tourists for rides in his private car.
I hope to see more ride-sharing options which are usually less expensive than cabs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like button. I'm offering private tours as well. If you're interested, please contact me through the link below. See you at the next video.